DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. Today we're doing a how-to gear guide for JAREG. So if you haven't seen the full guide, definitely go check that out. We're going to be posting that soon if it's not already, which I'm sure it is. But JAREG is such a old school, really good, epic Lizardman champion. So today we're going to go over kind of gear sets that are going to be really good for him, where you can kind of see him mostly. Such a cool looking champion, mostly huge. He's actually huge when you put him in the teams. But JAREG is such a newer champion I've started using, especially for Eternal Dragon. So we're going to go over mainly how you're going to be gearing him. So let's get into it. First off, we always go over with the skills just to see kind of what gear set you're going to be looking for. So first off, you already notice having a decreased attack on the A1 right there already could be good for the clan boss. So any bosses that you have in Doom Tower or in general, plus the clan boss, is going to be needing that decreased attack so that way your team doesn't get hit for as hard. So he's got a 35, 45, 55, 60% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack. So he's only got one chance to do that. So you definitely want to make sure his accuracy is good enough. It's based off of attack, even though he's an HP type champion. So there you go, pretty simple. This one also good for the clan boss, but ally protection and increased defense on all of your allies. So place a 50% ally protection and a 60% decreased defense or increased defense on all your allies for 2 turns. So he's sharing the damage with everybody, mitigating the damage and increasing everybody's defense at the same time. It's on a 4-turn cooldown. So you definitely need to make sure he's super fast. I haven't tested him in the clan boss, but before Alton, I know everybody used him in the clan boss. But this isn't crazy important for the clan boss, mainly for bosses and maybe to kind of take away the counterattack Skull Crusher, a little bit of damage from him. Then his passive is really what we're going to be using and known for, is places a 15% continuous heal buff on an ally for 1 turn whenever an ally loses 20% of their max HP in 1 hit. So multiple hits, multiple continuous heals. Very good for the clan boss, very good for the dragon, very good for the Doom Tower. Just good, like innately good passive. Anybody that has a passive that puts up a defensive buff, like Seeker, Sandlash Survivor, this guy, like it's so good for the PvP slash game, right? Aura, which is good, increases ally HP in all battles by 33%, which is really good. So you can have him be your leader for any one of these things. Mastery's basic build. We don't have him as like a clan boss build, mainly just a resistance Eternal Dragon build. So this is kind of what we're doing. We just want him to survive and hit. So this gets us a chance to extend the debuff. This is an extra 5% chance to hit the debuff, decrease turn meter, increase accuracy, and increase resistance, because on that Eternal Dragon, we want to be able to resist the Eternal Dragon. And a chance to counterattack. Very, very good. So what build we're going to be using for him mainly is, again, the Eternal Dragon is super, super hard. One of the hardest bosses in the game that we had to beat recently. So we have him in a innately Stalwart set, which Stalwart set could be good for clan boss as well, because you're able to take 30% less damage from AoE attacks. All the Eternal Dragon does is AoE attacks. So that's why you're able to negate 30% of that. Plus, Immortal set is always good for HP type champions, but he does start with 23,000 HP. So really, a lot of the HP sets are going to be good for this champion. If you haven't seen my HP gear guide, go check that out. There's like a 4-set guide for HP resistance, attack, all that stuff. But it goes over why HP champions are one of my favorite champions in the game right now. So what sets are going to be good for him? This set currently, he's an HP champion, so we have a lot of HP, 88,000 HP, 2,300 defense, really, really fast. You want him because he is an attack down champion. 239 resistance, but 291 accuracy. You want to get over that 250 mark for most of the content in the game, but having an accuracy lead makes him around 350 accuracy or 360 accuracy on this current build. So the gear sets. So let's go from top down. HP, obviously, it's a newer set, like a newer player set. Most of the time, you're going to replace this with a mortal set. Attack set, ignore. I know his damage is based off attack, but you're going to want to just strictly build HP with this guy. Defense, not really a need. Speed, 100%. If you need that 2-piece speed set just to kind of get that extra speed in him, go for it. Crit rate, he's not really made for damage. He has a 1-hit attack, and then he has this which doesn't attack. So really, he's only hitting one time. Not going to be the best damage dealer for the team. So mainly he's like a support HP champion. So not really going to need the crit rate or crit damage. Mainly accuracy, guys. Crit damage, again, I would ignore on this guy. Accuracy, definitely a good set because you want to make sure that he's hitting that accuracy. Resistance, again, another good set for him because we want him to not get debuffed. Lifesteal, again, good if you want to do clan boss builds, but most of the time his passive is going to be really good for him, especially with the stalwart set. So even if he loses 20% of his HP, let's say like, what, 20,000? Is that 20%? Math. 15,000 HP. If he loses that, then he's able to put a 15% continuous heal buff on himself, which is just going to heal all the way back up. Like it's such a mitigator, this set, the stalwart set on him. Damage increase, again, he's not a damage dealer. You can ignore this, ignore that. He doesn't have a provoke, so this isn't going to be the best, but it's not bad, right? He's probably going to be the leader for some of your champs. So this isn't bad. It's not good, not bad. This, again, not a damage dealer. This could be good though, because like as he's taking damage, he's increasing his turn meter, which means he gets to go more times, but mainly he's going to heal based off his passive. So this I would ignore. I'd rather go 2 sets of Immortal than 1 set of these, because you get 30% extra HP for 2 sets, and you only get to heal 15% heal. You get to heal 6% for 2 of these. So you're kind of sacrificing 30% HP for an extra 9% heal. Not really worth it. Mortal, not good unless you're doing PvP. Shield set, really good set for him. So if you're doing this in waves, shield set for especially Faction Wars is going to be really good. Anybody who starts over 23,000 HP in the game is going to be a good candidate for a shield set, because the HP percentage is based off of the base amount of HP. So if you go like a 50 or 60% HP here, you're timesing 50% by 23,000. And that's how you get this extra number over here. So if you're doing 50,000 based off of a champion like Rhodos, who has 11,000 HP, you're only going to get 5,000 compared to like 7,000, I'm sorry, or like 8,000 from the other dude. Actually, it's probably like 20,000. So you're going to get a lot more percentage based off of their set HP amount. And that's how the percentages work in this game, is you times it by the base amount. So HP type champions love shield sets as long as they have over 23,000 HP. So really good set to put on them. Relentless set, not the best. He doesn't do anything enough like in his skills to really worry about this. He's not a damage dealer. He's not a really good support champion. Like his passive is good, but the other skill doesn't really benefit him in a relentless set. Savage set, ignore. This, ignore. Stun set, 100% ignore. Don't do a stun set. This, if you have unkillable. This, ignore. This isn't bad if you really want him to land his A1. So he's got the mastery already to counterattack right here. So if you want another chance to counterattack, you can put this on, which is 45% chance to counterattack when critically hit. Not the best, but an option if you really, really want this. I'd rather use this on like an AoE type champion. This one, again, probably the best that you're going to put on him right here, Stalwart. 30% damage taken from enemy AoE. So you're going to negate 30% of the AoE damage that you're taking in, which is a lot of freaking damage, especially from the Eternal Dragon, which we keep mentioning because that's kind of what he's made for, is the Eternal Dragon. So 100% I would put this on him and go with the Immortal set right next to that. Not the best for him. Ignore. This is another really, really good set. If you just go 3 sets of this on him, that wouldn't be bad either. But shield set one of these, stalwart set one of these, really good sets for him. Ignore, and not bad. 50% HP, 12 speed if you need the speed. Ignore. Also another good set. 2-piece set, 10% HP, 10% defense. Really good combo. This, not bad, right? If you need to get that accuracy, which you'll get from like the banner, the neck piece, and the skills, but most of the time you can get enough accuracy without having to use this. But if you really need it, like let's say you're newer, 100% go with this. It gives you an extra 5% speed and 40 accuracy. So if you really want to make sure that you're landing that A1, make sure you're going with the accuracy build. It's only a 2-piece set as well. Ignore, 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 and not the best unless you're doing clan boss. But again, so #1 set for JAREG. This is a pretty simple build. Honestly, just go with the Stalwart set. If you don't have Stalwart set, make sure you get the Immortal set. If you don't have the Immortal set, go with the Lifesteal set. If you don't have the Lifesteal set, go with the HP set. If you don't have the HP set, start grinding gear. So pretty simple, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about it, what champions you want to see next. We do this for every champion that we have, try to at least. And the full guide is going to be coming out soon, so check that out. I'll probably link it in the video. But let me know, comments. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thanks for clicking on it. Hit the like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Appreciate it, guys. DirtBag Nation. Good luck with everything, and we will see you in another video.